The Entertainment Software Rating Board (ESRB) was established on September 16, 1994 in New York City. This was in response to the games Doom, Night Trap, and Mortal Kombat due to the graphic violence the games contained. The ESRB provides the right for the consumers, more likely parents, to make informed decisions about the video games their child plays. With these rights, there comes the responsibility to rate games accurately and provide clear information about the games to the public. The rating system put into place informs consumers of any games that contain content not suitable for their age. The rating system, along with all the content descriptors, are valued and still used today.
Using Mortal Kombat and Night Trap as examples, Senators Joe Lieberman and Herb Kohl held hearings in 1992 to raise concerns about the violent content of video games. The gaming industry faced risks from governmental action to regulate video games because there was a lack of understanding among parents. Following this, in an effort to establish their own acceptable rating system, a number of video game producers established the Interactive Digital Software Association in response. The ESRB, a neutral ratings board, was eventually created in New York City and introduced to Congress in 1994. Publishers provide materials to the ESRB to obtain an age and content rating for the game, which includes a video showcasing the most intense and graphic scenes, documents outlining all occurrences of content, language, violence, gore, crude humor, etc., and the full game script. Once these materials are received, readers from the ESRB team assign an age rating, accompanied by content descriptors for a game. Ratings include everyone 10+, teen, suitable for 13 and up, mature, suitable for 17 and up, adults only, appropriate for 18 and up, and reading pending, undecided, often used in advertisements and marketing. In the case of Brown v. Entertainment Merchants Association in 2011, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that video games are a form of protected speech under the First Amendment, which guarantees freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution protects freedom of speech for everyone, including the right to express opinions and ideas, such as video games. The right of freedom of speech applies to all levels of government, including federal, state, and local. Game developers possess this right to create and distribute their games without government interference, ensuring the creative freedom and protection of their intellectual property. The ESRB provides a voluntary rating system which these game developers can utilize to ensure that their games are appropriately labeled and marketed, helping consumers make informed decisions while maintaining the self-regulation and avoiding governmental restrictions. This system helps balance the developers' rights with the need to inform and protect consumers, particularly minors. Patricia Vance, president of the ESRB, made the following statement in reference to the ruling in Brown v. Entertainment Merchants Association / Entertainment Software Association by the Supreme Court. She said, ESRB welcomes the Supreme Court's decision in this case, especially given its validation of the ESRB rating system as an effective and reliable tool that parents use to decide which video games are appropriate for their children and family. Today's decision acknowledges the value and effectiveness of the ESRB rating system. Patricia Vance explains how parents use the ESRB as a trustworthy and efficient tool to determine which video games are suitable for their kids and family. This is important because the ESRB provides needed information and leaves decision-making power in the hands of the parents, who are the consumers. As stated by Patricia Vance, we remain eager to work with government officials, legislators, parent groups, and any others who wish to participate in or otherwise support these constructive efforts, which achieve the intended goal without infringing constitutional rights. Patricia Vance emphasizes the importance of protecting constitutional rights, such as freedom of speech, while addressing content regulation. The Entertainment Software Rating Board possesses the responsibility to assist consumers, particularly parents, in making knowledgeable decisions regarding the games their families play, along with the responsibility to rate games accurately and to ensure that clear information is provided. Based on the rating from To Play or Not to Play video game ratings in the law, the Entertainment Software Rating Board, established in 1994, this nonprofit organization states that its primary responsibility is to help consumers, especially parents, make informed choices about the games their family play. By understanding the content and age-appropriateness of games, parents can ensure that their children are exposed to suitable and safe gaming experiences. According to the ESRB ratings are here to suggest the age-appropriateness of a game. Giving precise information is critical to comprehend what the age-appropriateness and content of games is and how it may or may not expose children to a safe and appropriate gaming environment. By implementing a standardized rating system for video games in 1994, the ESRB helped consumers, most importantly parents, make informed decisions about game content. It implemented marketing guidelines to ensure that games are appropriately represented, allowing the industry to self-regulate rather than be subject to potential government oversight. For example, in these guidelines, the advertisements and marketing for everyone-rated games appear in the commercials of children content like children's TV shows. Conversely, advertisements for adults-only or mature-rated games are shown in more mature content like R-rated programming. This is an effort so that marketing is being directed towards the appropriate audience. Moreover, these guidelines gave the video game industry a system of appropriate marketing and content rating. On October 20th, 1993, mere weeks after the release of Mortal Kombat, California's Attorney General Dan Lugren spoke to a group of police investigators at an event in Los Angeles. "We've got impressionable young people dealing with interactive games that are very realistic, and I wonder if that is what we should be teaching our kids. The message is, destroy your opponent. I would ask you if that is very different from some of the messages in gang culture." Games such as Mortal Kombat had realistic enactments and depictions of gruesome fatalities, specifically decapitation, being burned alive, and body mutilation like ripping players' spines out. This may have caused violent impressions on many young people playing this game, leading to possible violent gang behavior. The ESRB regulates these games and educates people on the content. According to VentureBeat.com, Doom was the most controversial game of the early 1990s, and of all the games to come out in 1993, Doom, the beloved, bloody first-person shooter developed by ID Software, was arguably the most violent. Doom was one of the first-person shooter games, and it contained excessive blood splatter and demonic imagery, sparking the controversial idea of violent video games. First-person shooter games are designed to emulate the experience in which a player views the action as though through the eyes of the character they are controlling. The ESRB plays a role in regulating and informing the public about the content of the mentioned games. The ESRB's long-term impact on the video game industry is manifested through the worldwide recognition of a standard content rating system and inspiration for other countries to adopt similar rating systems, in particular, the CERO, or PEGI, Japanese and European rating systems. This board has also evolved its guidelines over time and continually informs and educates the public on responsible gaming, and has allowed the industry to self-regulate, avoiding potential government oversight and maintaining creative freedom. Originally, there were 5 rating categories: early childhood, kids to adults, teen, mature, and adults only. Early childhood was changed to everyone, and kids to adults was changed to everyone 10+. This indicates how the evolution of the ESRB's guidelines reflects their commitment to give relevant and useful ratings to parents and consumers. These new categories make clear guidelines about the appropriateness of the content for certain age groups. Our 3-part rating system includes rating categories to suggest age appropriateness, content descriptors to indicate what type of content may have triggered the rating, and interactive elements to advise about sharing the user's location with other users, in-game purchases, user interactions, and unrestricted internet access. The result is a rating system that is widely adopted by game publishers, supported by retailers, and regularly used by parents. This shows that the ESRB has an important role in educating and informing the public on the suitability of the content for particular age groups. The ESRB continually evolves to match the ever-changing and diverse modern content of video games and constantly brings context upon these games by informing the public. This rating system, combined with the content descriptors, makes it obvious to consumers where inappropriate content can be found and continues to this day. The ESRB states, the long-term impact of ARC, ESRB-commissioned research, shows that there is a high awareness and regular use of ESRB ratings among parents. In fact, the vast majority of parents are not only familiar with ESRB ratings, but refer to them regularly when deciding if a game is appropriate for their family. ESRB is a non-profit self-regulatory body for the video game industry. They provide rating categories, content descriptors, and interactive elements, all to better inform the public, particularly parents, about the varying content of video games. Additionally, their voluntary rating system is utilized by game developers to ensure the creative freedom and rights, and it is their responsibility to rate these games accurately and provide clear information. This is why the ESRB's rating system is widely adopted by game publishers, supported by retailers, regularly used by parents, and consistently described by regulators and opinion leaders as the most effective entertainment rating system in the US, if not the world.